I'm Isabelle and I'm a zoology student. I'm going into my third year and I'm 28. I'm a mature student. I'm disabled, autistic, commuter, and I care for my mum, so I'm a carer too. It can be quite tricky when you're trying to integrate with your year group and everyone is 18 or 19 maybe, and still quite emotionally immature and have different priorities to yourself. So for years I helped care for my grandmother, but since last November I've had to care for my mother, who was actually my carer. So it complicated things in that I have less support now, because I have to spend an awful lot of my time helping her because she's in the early stages of recovery from being in intensive care. So it's difficult to make plans, it makes it difficult to revise, to focus on work if you're having to do coursework, which of course the past 2 years everything has been coursework at home. Being at home is actually quite a big part of the issue because I'm basically on call, and it's difficult to keep focused and to get decent work out, but at the same time, you know, I've got to be there. There's nothing I'd rather do than support her, and I have to try and juggle those two aspects of my life. My particular autism, I have incredibly high anxiety pretty much constantly, and that's a huge drain on your energy, and it does really affect the way you engage with your studies. It's really affected my confidence in my abilities and in my ability to try and fit in. I guess it makes you second guess yourself an awful lot. You might know exactly what you should be saying and you literally just can't get the words out. Unintentionally you can end up alienating and isolating yourself, and it becomes a vicious cycle. For some staff members you become a bit of a tricky issue almost, because you're going to need further support, additional help, additional allowances or flexibility, and this is going to affect them and the way they teach. Sometimes you really do end up feeling like a burden, basically, or feeling like asking for help has managed to isolate you further. So I've been helped with mental health. I've had an amazing lady to speak to regularly, which is basically like talking therapy, and when you've got a lot going on in your life, that is so helpful. I've been helped out a lot by the disability support and advice team. They're amazing. And my disability contact in my faculty. Again, that's invaluable. I think maybe being allocated someone who's almost a mentor to ease you back in might be a good idea. Almost having someone, a dedicated, allocated member of the team there to support you, who knows all about your circumstances and knows the best way to try and ease you back in with the least stress and anxiety. So maybe someone to help you organise your day-to-day and plan out your timetable, maybe try and help you allocate responsibilities and academics. Obviously mature students are a minority, and I suppose the best way to integrate mature students would be to get them together with other mature students.